Hey guys, this is PrehistoricPC, and welcome to Mesozoic Park. I got this idea from co-creator Sinister Uranus's Timeline Park, and if you can't tell already, it's a park that features all three time periods in the Mesozoic era: Jurassic, Cretaceous, and Triassic. Not in that order, it's not the correct order, don't pay attention to that, but it's been a while, and this is honestly my best build yet in the game, and let's get started. Now, I wanted to use something where I could feature all different types of biomes with desert, forest, jungle, like from each different area thing. And that brought me down to either taiga or alpine. And I decided to mess around with the color schemes a little bit because I just liked how everything looked. And that's what we're doing with the Mediterranean. And I'm deciding to flatten this part out to create our little park since the map itself is kind of weird and super high up and has a bunch of different elevations, which is good for a sanctuary, but not good when you're trying to build a park. So this is just what we're stuck with. And I'm not going to haul out the entire thing because that was just too much work. So I decided to add a bunch of forest everywhere. And it was pretty tedious, but I found splitting up into sections helped a lot. And yeah, I'm just gonna it's gonna be and like, so I'm gonna leave it up to music, but I'm starting with the in a little bit. I'm starting with the staff section. Yeah, I'm starting with the staff section. It's 2 hatcheries, and I'm deciding to make it very decorative. I've been working on open gates recently, the second iteration that I said would come for 6 months now, but didn't yet. But it's coming someday, and I've gotten really good at building the staff areas, and I've also gotten really good at using mods. I would have made this park modded, but I decided not to because I wanted at least 2 complete parks before the game's finished and before I start publicly modding. But yeah, this is how everything's going, and I'm pretty happy with how the staff section came out. I've done way better with mods. I'll try to throw that image up on the screen. But it's my best and it's how I could do. And I decided instead of using normal dinosaur cages, I use these big ones for sauropods or whatever it is now, or big carnivores, and still there's no way those are fitting in there. And I had to make this hidden from the public, so it's up on the elevated mountain, hidden in the forest. Now we're gonna go to the actual park, and I decided to start with the Jurassic, and I just threw up a bunch of different path layouts going every different way, and I'm deciding to add tropical areas. And I didn't know, I thought this could have been for a regular dinosaur, but I didn't know which one I was gonna do. And yeah, I didn't know which one I was gonna do. I have had a lot of different struggles with game crashes and stuff. I think I permanently messed up the game itself because I've uninstalled and reinstalled a bunch of different times, and it's not letting me screenshot and a bunch of different things. So I'm encountering a bunch of different problems. I'm not sure it can be fixed, so I guess I'll just have to hold on until the 3rd game. I'm glad it happened now instead of later, but there's always Prehistoric Kingdom. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to like and subscribe, as it really supports the channel. I just got to 1,000. I should have made it 1,000 thank you special video, but I'm deciding not to because I couldn't find the motivation. And thanks a lot for reaching 1,000 subscribers. A person who recently reached 500 subscribers is Jurassic King, so you should subscribe to him to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Now while we're on the topic of 1,000 subscribers, Sir Dodo, Mr. Reginald, whatever his name is, he hit 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy. He just blew up out of nowhere, and I'm really happy for him. Even though it took me 6 years to get to 1,000, but we're not gonna talk about that. And yeah, just subscribe to everybody. They're all in the other channels link in my home channel page. It's weird, but yeah, it works. Either way, enjoy the music for the rest of the video. Wow, and I'll talk to you at the end. the end, this build was probably one of my best I've ever done in the game. I'm really, really excited for how the rest of the park's going to go. I have so much plans, and the Jurassic and Cretaceous sections of the park are probably going to be the biggest and most time consuming. And Triassic, I can probably fit into one episode. But this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm so excited. I've already started working on the second build, and it's amazing. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next episode.